Here I am at the Citadel. Quite a magnificent view from up here. Okay, remember when I was on the ferry and you could see the suspension bridge? And there it is behind me. It's not quite as far away, not nearly as far as it looks. So here I am walking up to the fortress door. Since it's off season, I'm not going to be able to get in. I wonder if a guard actually stood guard in this little room. I know I'm not the first person to do this, to stand in this little guard shack. It's kind of interesting though. It is just a little brick room. I'll bet it's not 3 feet square. I think someone probably had to pull guard duty in here for hours on end. There's one of these little guard sheds on both sides of the entrance. Look at this. It's kind of a moat. Judging from the fact that this is a pretty steep decline, I highly doubt this ever had water in it. I guess nobody's home. Well, that's about all I'm going to see since it's closed. I suppose I could storm the castle and climb up over the embankment, but seeing as it's surrounded by about a 30-foot deep moat, I doubt I'd get very far, and I'd probably get arrested. Quite an interesting history. In 1917, a couple of ships collided out there in the port, and it was the biggest man-made explosion up until the atomic bomb. It leveled a large part of this city and killed over 1,600 people. Oh, that was fun. I'm glad I came up here. Got a magnificent view of the city. Got to see a little bit of that fortress, the Citadel. I'm already too far down to see it. And I got to find out a little bit about the city's history. Well worth the walk. And there it is, one last look at the old town clock. I thought I'd give one more shot at it, since now I know what it is, and I can sound a little more informed. Well, now that I've done a little sightseeing, I guess it's time to find a place to eat. I know you're probably getting tired of just seeing me sit down at restaurants, but pretty much what I do when I'm on the road. I work, I visit the city a little, I find a restaurant and have dinner. Oh man, I must be getting close because something smells really good around here. Well, what goes around comes around. I actually ended up coming to that same restaurant that I was at my first day. Remember the brewery with the old man hoisting the beer? Yep, that's where I am. I couldn't make up my mind, so I got 3. I think I'm liking this one. I'm done with my dinner. Does this view look familiar to you? This is where I was standing 3 days ago when I took the picture in that interior courtyard. So anyway, I found a place where I am looking down on that same area. Heading back to my hotel room, my last night in Halifax. It was a really good dinner. I should have gone there my first night. My last day here in Halifax. It's about 7 a.m. As you look behind me, you can see the harbor is pretty much fogged in. I hear a few foghorns in the distance. I thought I'd take one last walk around, maybe stop for breakfast somewhere. I still haven't been to a Tim Hortons. Is today the day? This is very strange. Every day for 6 days, I've walked past this water morning, noon, and evening, and I have yet to see a single fish. I can't quite figure it out because there has to be fish in these waters. So here I sit in the Halifax airport in a rocking chair. Very quiet day here in the airport. I got here a couple hours early. I wasn't sure what traffic would be and what security would be like, but I got through very quickly. So I'm just going to spend a couple of hours, maybe pick up a magazine. Who knows? I believe they have internet here, so maybe I'll peruse the web and see what's going on in the world. I got a window seat, not my favorite, but it's a big enough plane. I don't think I'll be too crowded. I'll check back with you when we land. Well, I made it, but just barely. When I was getting out of customs, they were calling my name. Last boarding, I was the only one missing from the plane. Because as you can see, there's not many people on my plane. And I ran and ran and ran, and I am in no condition to run and run and run. But I made it. So I'm going to sit back, just relax for an hour. Then I'll start worrying about life once again. Does anyone remember where I parked? Well, I made it back. I'm home in Milwaukee. It's still winter. I enjoyed myself. And if I get a good response, who knows? Maybe we can do this again in another city.